Okay, hello. My name is Leslie Williams, and I am in San Diego County, San Diego, California, and I'm making this, sorry, put this camera up here. Okay, I'm in San Diego County, San Diego, California, and I apologize that this video camera is taking me a little bit to get it propped up. I just got back to my hiking area. I'm hiking in California, San Diego County. And what I'm doing is I'm getting ready to feed my birds because I ran out of bread this morning. Didn't have nothing to feed them really. And I already have one right here, literally 1 foot outside of my tent. Come here. Come here. Come on, babies. Okay. Come on. It's okay. Come on. I don't know why the one's acting so nervous today. I'm sorry about that. But anyways, I'm in San Diego, California, and my name is Leslie Williams. And I have made so many videos concerning this subject matter. Sometimes I feel like, what's the point? What's the use? Continuing to make them. But then again, when I get into those modes, I start remembering my fellow organized stalking, gang stalking targets. And so that brings me right back to the purpose of the reason why I do what I do. As a result of being a target of this crime, the perpetrators, basically what they do in part, believe me, it's just in part, one of the methods that they do, in which I experience every single day, everywhere I go, as a result of the tracking and surveillance of the organized stalking, gang stalking targets. Organized stalking and gang stalking targets are tracked and surveilled in real time, every single day, everywhere they go. And that's in order for the perpetrator and manager of these expeditions to, he's got to know where you're at in order to be able to play, if it's a he, to place the crafted harassment towards a targeted individual, around a targeted individual, for a targeted individual to experience on a daily basis, everywhere they go. In fact, they're so good at crafting this campaign as a result of the observation of a target, because the target is not only tracked and stalked in real time, but they're also observed when they're out and about in the community by individuals who basically get around the target, different individuals who act as observers every day. And that individual basically what they do is that they're the ones who get on their little cell phones, text messaging, and laptops and tablets. And that individual is responsible for the real-time observation, so they can see where a target's at physically. And that way they can ascertain like what bus route a target's getting on, what direction they might be walking to in reference to, if is he or she walking into the direction of a grocery store that she goes to when she's on that in that specific neighborhood, like a block away or a half a block away. If they see that a targeted individual goes to a grocery store, one specific or two specific grocery stores, when they're in a area they've been in a million times before, then they easily just deduce that that's where that targeted individual is going. And that's when the ones that they got on standby that are either on foot, bicycle, or car, who have been used for the day, are told to arrive at the store before the targeted individual gets there. So when the targeted individual arrives, even just in the parking lot, okay, they witness through their eyes and their ears repetitive words, phrases, physical gestures, and even sounds that they sensitize their target to. And that's basically so they can play mental ping pong with the target as a result of the target seeing it and hearing it constantly. Now, and I'm also talking about the business community as well. The individual who's steering this campaign does have a power position in the community. I have no doubt about it in my mind whatsoever. And the reason why I say that is because I have literally been gang stalked inside of the San Diego City Council chamber meetings, caught on video, inside of the San Diego Police Department headquarters on July 24, 2013, my only visit there for the first and entire time in my only time in my entire life on July 24, 2013. I've been gang stalked along every single one of my routes every single day for the last 2 years and 2 months since I've been in San Diego County. And at least for the last 1.5 years at least, I have caught the same exact identical harassment happening around me, concerning me, about me, for me to experience either through my eyes and or my ears. Right now in my possession, I literally have over 700 separate audio files of individuals getting around me on a non-stop basis everywhere I go, all day long, non-stop, repeating gang stalk, gang stalker, gang stalking, gang stalk, oh my god, weird, crazy, every single day, everywhere I go, for the whole duration of while I'm at each place. And that's not including the physical gestures. That's right. You know, the only thing I can do is make these videos to try and just basically, I guess, just tell Americans, Californians, fellow San Diegoans, and fellow La Jollans what's happening. You know, these campaigns are basically designed to keep the targeted individual in a non-stop mental loop in reference to not only the criminalization that is happening against the targeted individual, but the non-stop harassment and the non-stop mental competition that they played with the target's head concerning how much the targeted individual is constantly represented with the stimuli that they have been sensitized to as a result of being an organized stalking target by the perpetrators. So basically, a targeted individual, as a result of the perpetrators crafting this harassment for the target to see or hear, they never have practically 1 minute of mental freedom. Literally, it's that bad, literally. Because whenever you're represented with something that you've been sensitized to, especially if it's associated with a trauma, once you see it or hear it, your mind's going to go right back to the purpose of why it's happening. That's right. You know, I'm going to tell you something right now. I just came back from Rouse off of Villa La Jolla Drive, and I've been gang-stalked in that Rouse like you would not believe, by employees, management, security of that plaza, and by individuals coming in acting as customers. And they did the same exact thing in the previous route when I used to be hiking out at an area about 45-50 miles away off of Friars and Frazee Road. I was harassed in the same exact identical way at that Rouse. In fact, they even staged an incident at that Rouse to ban me from it. Now, there's one woman that I know of that used to work at that one that has now been transferred over to this one off of Villa La Jolla Plaza, and she's still playing her games with me when I go in there. Now, what I want to basically educate fellow American citizens about is that I know for a fact, because of what I have seen before my eyes, what I have read online extensively, that organized stalking and gang stalking has multiple criminal motivations for a targeted individual, and one of them is human trafficking. Now, when you think about this, the only way that any store employees, management, supervisors, and or security could get in reference to how the perpetrators have solicited their cooperation in harassing an organized stalking and gang stalking individual, because none of these individuals should know me by name. I do not know any of them personally or even at the acquaintance level. I go in there and I shop and I leave. So how do these individuals know how to gaslight me, not only at the Rouse at the Friars and Frazee Road, but then at this Rouse 45 to 50 miles away, all the way over at Villa La Jolla Plaza in La Jolla, California, when I started going over there once I moved into the area, because I was stalked from the last area to this one. I was even stalked to Yucca Valley, California when I left this area to go there for 1 week in early December 2012. And I was literally gang-stalked from here to Yucca Valley, which is 167 miles away. And I was harassed in the same exact way that I am harassed here in San Diego County. So, when we come to understand the factual reality that these expeditions are, in part, they're not just involved in human trafficking, sexual servitude rings, and prostitution rings, and the individuals who are perpetrating this crime against me, as far as management, I have no clue who they are whatsoever. Okay, but I do know what they're involved in as a result of educated knowledge and things I have literally witnessed before my eyes, flat out. And when I say things that I witnessed before my eyes, I'm not talking because of any type of people. I don't know anybody in San Diego County. When I came back here on August 8, 2011, I made a decision not to associate myself or develop any type of relationship with anybody at any level, acquaintance level, friendship level, intimate level, nobody. Because I wanted to be able to make sure that I would catch the gang stalking happening around me, concerning me, towards me, without giving them any type of excuse saying, well, you're saying you're being gang stalked. Maybe it's because you got associated with the wrong people, or this or that. Because these people are nothing but lying, filthy sewer rats who will lie up and down the road about anything and literally everything to defend what they're doing, who's involved in it, who protects it, and who participates in it. That's right. I know for a fact. Look, I have literally been gang stalked for the last 13 years, every single day. Every single day for 13 years. And there's some targeted individuals who are online who have been gang stalked for 30 years, every single day. That's right. So, I'm here today to tell you, fellow American citizens, fellow Californians, and fellow La Jollans, when you go into the Rouse grocery store, okay, over off of Villa La Jolla Plaza, or the Island Restaurant, or Best Buy, or Staples, because the individual who's managing this harassment is using more than likely what the internet is suggesting that they're using, which is known as but not limited to, the community notification, the offender's notification. I should not be on either for any reason whatsoever, and possibly also some health and occupational health and safety laws. I should not be on any of these type of lists for any reason whatsoever, because I'm not a criminal, and I had no criminal activity on my record whatsoever for any reason. But the law enforcement that are connected to these crime syndicates are directly connected to these types of law enforcement tools and are illegally, criminally using them. At least it's the police, at least. And I've already caught police officers engaging in gang stalking. Flat out. On audio file. That's right. So the point I'm trying to make is basically, when you go into that Rouse off of Villa La Jolla Plaza, look, when I go into any business or any university campus or any library, public library, where I'm gang stalked everywhere I go, literally everywhere I go. Okay, I mind my own business. I literally mind my own business. I bother no one. My behavior is appropriate for each and every environment that I go to, and for the whole duration of why I'm there. This crime is happening to me. Okay, so since I also, though, know what I know about these criminal activities, and also what's going to eventually happen, more than likely, to probably at least anywhere between 40 and 60% of the individuals they're using to harass me will one day be targets. That's right. That's right, because of what I know. Now, and I'm not the only one who is saying it as well. Now, this type of crime has been covered in national radio shows, national TV shows, and local news broadcasts. And some of the national radio shows that this type of specific crime has been covered on, in reference to the radio shows, individuals who have done extensive, thorough research into these criminalities are all saying the same thing. That the individuals that they're getting to perpetrate harassment against the target, the ones who are being used as a result of them being lied to, they will be eventual targets. Eventually. So, I'm here today to tell you, fellow American citizens, that I have had teenagers, young adults, young girls, young boys, mothers and fathers, and mothers with infants engage in gang stalking of me in La Jolla. So what's going to happen to them eventually? Because they were lied to. And you might think to yourself, well, how are they going to become targets? That's not what this video is about. The only thing I can do right now is just tell you to trust me. I've already made other videos concerning that. And I'm running real low right now on video time. The only thing I can do is tell you I do not know any of these individuals who are managing this harassment, and I do not know any of the individuals at all who are harassing me. But I will tell you this. I know it for a fact that organized stalking and gang stalking is directly connected to sexual servitude rings, prostitution rings, human trafficking rings, land co-opting, property co-opting, mortgage co-opting, trust fund liquidation, identity theft, you name it, insurance fraud. You would not believe what I know. You would not believe what I know. Okay? So, the only thing I can do is just brief you on what's actually going on in La Jolla community. And I just want La Jollans to know, or anybody that sees my videos, I'm a good woman. Okay? I'm not mentally ill. I'm not involved in any crime whatsoever. I'm not involved in any illegal activity. And I'm not a threat to myself or others. I am being gang stalked in your community by individuals who I have never met. And from what I'm telling, from what I can basically see in reference to the visual cues and the body postures, by most of the individuals that are doing it to me, I can tell some of them don't even want to be doing it, and the other ones look like they don't even know what the hell is going on. Okay, they got the body posture and the facial gestures, and the body language tells me that some of them even look like they're scared, that they don't even, they look like, I don't want to be here, I don't really get what's going on, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. I can tell just by the way how fast they walk by me and then how fast they walk away. Yeah. So I can tell they're being used, and there's information all over the internet concerning how the people that the perpetrators get to harass a target are lied to about the target. Go to YouTube and type in "Listen to a Stranger" to get a preliminary introduction in reference to this factual reality. And they're using homeless people in La Jolla County to engage in direct harassment to my face, like you would not believe. Look in the description of this YouTube video. I will be including a video of a homeless guy who gang stalked the hell out of me over at UCSD campus, and today he had the little audacity to walk up to me and start talking to me at the Rouse. And that's done in order to remind me of how he's been used before, to trigger a memory. Yes, in order to bring that neural response back. Because basically keeping you in a cognitive loop where you're re-experiencing the past events and then the emotions that are attached to the memories is their way to wear you down mentally. To keep you in a non-stop neural mental loop concerning the non-stop identical harassment that's the same. And they will even use certain people over and over and over again. Yeah, so look in the description of this YouTube video, and if you see this guy, stay away from him at all costs. And if you feel comfortable with it, with the people you might want to tell and brief, inform your neighbors. Because you got to watch out to keep your own community safe in order to protect your loved ones. I appreciate you listening, and have a nice day.